Okay, I'm Gerard Lee, CEO of Lion Global Investors. My company specializes in public markets, that means equities and bonds, the listed stuff. We have been in business since 1986. It's a 32-year-old company and we are part of the OCBC group. In November of last year, we listed a Singapore REIT ETF in conjunction with Philip Capital Management. It's our first attempt at an ETF. It actually took us a while to launch it. We studied the competition, we looked at other people's products, and finally after 2 years of waiting, we decided that we should do it. And we are delighted for having waited, because when we launched it in November of 2017, it was the biggest AUM at launch for an ETF outside of Japan in Asia. So we launched at 107 million. Today is about 123 million, and the ETF has appreciated in price by about 8% from early November. The real estate landscape in Singapore has changed tremendously. You can now actually invest in almost any sector that you want by virtue of REITs. REITs has been in Singapore since year 2002. So we're talking about 15 or 16 years that it's been around. So the universe of REITs in Singapore is now more than 30 over REITs, probably in the high 30s. So anyone who fancies investing in the office sector, there's something, residential sector, there's something, retail, there's something, hospitality, there's something, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So that's how it has changed. Last time it was not possible because there was no REITs. So we thought that it would be good to go a step further in introducing an ETF consisting of some of the top names. So this makes it possible for people to, at one go, invest across a whole array of REITs. And we actually use a process called smart data to choose the 23 REITs that we have in the ETF. Yeah. Maybe I think I'll target it at undergraduates. Huh? Yeah. So when I was an undergraduate in the US in the early 80s, I was not financially literate, other than actually studying finance in real estate finance and studying for exam and just acquiring academic knowledge. I actually had not invested in anything. So my only financial exposure then was really my POSB savings account. Yeah, but of course times different. Today I think people are a lot more well-read, and with the advent of the internet, it has now become possible to access a lot of information. Now previously, accessibility of information was a big problem. If you are somebody with no money, you won't have the information, nobody will give it to you. So at best you can just read it from the Straits Times. Students rarely have the opportunity to read the Business Times because it was beyond their means. But today, with the advent of the internet, information is available very freely. Undergraduates today are all internet natives, so you have been accustomed to actually accessing the net from the day you learn to read and to write. So because of that, and also because of the advent of ETFs, it now becomes very affordable for somebody even at the undergraduate level. The savings that you have, and since Lunar New Year is around the corner, you would have accumulated a lot of ang pao over the years. So that money you have should actually be deployed towards investing, not for the purposes of trying to invest for retirement or to invest to buy your first property and so on and so forth. For an undergraduate, you should invest in order to make your lessons come alive. There's nothing like actually having your money on the line. When you actually have money invested, you learn a lot faster, especially if you lose money. It's best if you can invest in the bear market and then you experience what it's like to feel the gyration and feel your stomach churning, your heart saved money from many years of ang pao. Yeah, so I would actually encourage undergraduates to just put part of the money Usually with about $100, you should be able to invest in some of these either ETFs or unit trusts. Most of them, the minimum level will be 1,000, but in some cases, even at $100, you'll be able to get in. And you feel that you cannot afford the $1,000, I would also encourage a few of you to come together just to pool the money. Okay, this thing is not really to make you money for later users, but in order for you to experience what it's like to invest. So whether you are a real estate student, you're a finance student, even if you're doing the arts, you're doing the sciences, I will encourage students to start investing just to get their hands wet and to get a feel of what it's like, real life, to put your money on the line.